Ha? Okay ba kayo sa ganun na way? Unless may mag-donate sa akin dito ng another extra phone. Charot. Sige nga, kindly show a green heart, everyone, for the love of science. Hindi. Green heart para it's a go signal na settle down na kayo and we will start already with our rationalization. Sige, please, paulanan nyo naman ako ng green hearts. Nasaan na? For the green bones. Saan na ang mga green hearts nyo dyan, guys? Mhm. Yan. No, so may mga pumapasok na ng mga green hearts dito sa atin. Sige, ngayon without further ado, wag na natin i-delay pa ang session na ito. Let us begin with the rationalization. Okay, read the text below, then answer items 1 to 3. The students were arguing about the results of their experiment. Following were their comments. Our conclusion is wrong. It is the opposite of what we learned in the lecture. That's according to student A. Students B and C. That's what came out. After we designed the experiment and observed for 2 weeks, we should not change the results. Student D. Maybe it's good to find out why our findings differ from what was given in the lecture. Why not repeat the same experiment? Salamat naman sa green heart na naka-word, no? Okay, sige. Question number 1. Which trait of a scientist does student A seem not have? Okay, guys. Ang clue natin dito is yung seem not have. Ibig sabihin, ano daw yung wala, absent kay student A. Okay, sige ha. Ano pala ngayon, ma'am, ulit? Balikan natin. Ano nga pala yung sinabi ni student A? Ayan. So, according to student A, our conclusion is wrong. It is the opposite of what we learned in the lecture. So, ibig sabihin, ito si student A, gusto niya kung ano yung na-discuss ng teacher, yun lang din dapat ang lumabas doon sa kanilang experiment. Okay, so ngayon, masasabi ba natin na wala? Again ha, ang hinahanap, not have. So guys, masasabi ba natin na walang blind obedience? Ito si student A? Of course, hindi, no? Hindi natin masasabi na wala siyang blind obedience. Kasi pag sinabing blind obedience, you follow an order. Kahit na it would mean you harm or it would cause you harm or it could benefit you. So regardless of the results, ipa-follow mo siya. So based sa statement ni student A, we cannot say na wala siyang blind obedience kasi ang gusto niya nga is to stick with what they learned sa lecture. Okay, so ngayon, meron ba or wala ba si student A ng objectivity? Wala ba siyang objectivity? Somehow, pero hindi kasi yan yung perfect, no? Hindi yan yung perfect sa ating statement. Kasi pag sinabing objectivity, that's the freedom from bias. So ito si student A, ang gusto niya, kung ano yung lumabas, yun dapat yung nasa lecture. So, somehow related, pero hindi talaga siya ang pinaka-perfect na sagot. So, ngayon, ang pagpipilian na lang talaga natin is si letter A and si letter B. Open-mindedness ba or truthfulness? The correct answer here, guys, is letter A po, open-mindedness. Bakit? Okay, so ito na yung question, ma'am. Bakit open-mindedness? Bakit hindi truthfulness? Kasi pag sinabi nating open-mindedness, you consider new ideas, evidence, new perspective, and ano pa? You would accept, no? You would accept kung ano man yung possible na result even if it could contradict your own belief. So ngayon, kikita natin dito sa statement ni student A, yan yung perfect na absent sa kanya. Wala talaga siyang open-mindedness kasi nakafocus lang siya guys sa isang conclusion. And ano yung conclusion na yun? Yung na-lecture sa kanila. Okay? Kuha ba natin? So again ha, kapag student A seem not have, kapag wala sa kanya daw, ano yung wala sa kanya? Open-mindedness. Alright, sige, next. Students B and C, which part of, students B and C display which part of a scientist. O ngayon, si student B and C naman guys, ano naman daw ang sinabi nila? Ano ba ang merong katangian si student B and C? Ano yung katangian nila? Okay, students B and C, sabi nila dito, that's what came out. After we designed the experiment and observed for 2 weeks, we should not change the results. Guys, take note, ang hinahanap natin ngayon is kung ano talaga. Ayan yung word na display. So, ano talaga ang present kay B and C. Kanina sa number 1, ang hinahanap natin yung wala kay student A. Ngayon sa number 2, ang hinahanap natin, ano yung pinapakita ngayon na trait ni student B and C. Okay, sige, balikan natin. That's what came out. So, ibig sabihin, nire-respeto ngayon ni student B and C yung lumabas sa kanilang experiment, sa result nila, guys. So, pwede ba nating sabihin na meron silang authoritativeness? Pwede ba yan? Of course not. Eliminate natin yan. Yan yung pinakauna nating i-eliminate. Bakit? Kasi yung authoritativeness, it's about you or somebody showing authority. Pero sa statement ni B and C, wala namang pinapakitang authority dyan. Okay, so ngayon, ano ba yung next nating pwedeng i-eliminate? Pwede ba? I-eliminate ba natin si critical attitude? Pwede ba siya isagot or i-eliminate ba natin yan? Si critical attitude, I'm sorry, but you need to eliminate this one also. Kasi, si critical attitude, guys, masasabi lang natin na meron ka niyan if you love to question things. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka kaagad mag-a-accept ng any conclusion unless may proof, may valid evidence. Okay, so walang critical attitude si student B and C kasi nga, hindi naman sila nag-question, no? So ngayon, is it A, objectivity, or is it C, truthfulness? Saan kaya dito ang mas malapit? Tandaan ninyo, people, kapag si student B and C ang tinatanong based sa kanilang statement, they are showing yung letter C po, truthfulness. Okay, so ma'am, ano pala yung truthfulness? Pag sinabi kasi natin na truthful kayo, guys, remember this, truthful is synonymous to, or truthfulness is synonymous to having an intellectual honesty. Okay? So kapag honest ka, kung ano yung nakita mo, yun lang din yung sasabihin mo. Kung ano yung lumabas sa experiment, yun din ang i-report mo, like how it is or how it was found, no? Wala kang iniiba dyan. You do not manufacture, you do not manipulate data, you're very honest. Tandaan, that is directly related to truthfulness or directly connected to truthfulness. Again ha, ano daw si truthfulness? Synonymous sila ni intellectual honesty. Same sila ng point, truthfulness and intellectual honesty. So ano ulit? Pag si student B and C, meron silang truthfulness. Okay, next. Why can student D be said to have the bearing of a scientist? Okay. So ngayon, ito si student D. Si student D na ang sabi niya, guys, maybe it's good to find out why our findings differ from what was given in the lecture. Why not repeat the same experiment? Ayan. So ito si student D, parang meron siyang mga, bakit kaya? No? May mga ganyan siya, no? So ngayon, ano kaya ang dahilan? Bakit daw masasabi na si student D ay isang scientist? Enough ba na sasabihin natin scientist siya because he or she can relate to other people? Pwede ba? Nasa statement niya ba yan? Nag-show ba na ngayon ng empathy ang kanyang statement? Wala, di ba? So, hindi natin siya pwedeng isagot. X yan, people. Okay, alin dito kaya ang pinakamalapit? Open-minded. Pwede ba yun? Pwede ba natin sabihin open-minded si student D? Hindi din, di ba? Kasi hindi naman niya kaagad inaccept. Hindi niya kaagad tinanggap yung result. Ang sabi niya, why not repeat the same experiment? So parang nagtatanong siya ngayon, ay, bakit nga iba? No? Bakit iba yung lumabas compared doon sa lecture? So kapag ganyan, may tanong, no? Huwag mahihiyang magtanong kapag may ganyan, people. That is critical mindedness po. Ibig sabihin, si student D, meron siyang critical mind. Okay, nakukuha nyo ba? Nakukuha nyo na ba ngayon? Again ha, uulitin ko, pag critical mind or critical mindedness, ibig sabihin po, may mga tanong tayo dyan. So when in doubt, a certain person should ask for clarification, or you would tend to question the accuracy, you would ask for a certain evidence to be presented, hindi yung kaagad-agad mo i-accept kung ano yung sinasabi or kung ano yung lumabas sa first lang na experiment. Again ha, open-mindedness, you openly accept the opinions of other people. Truthfulness, meron kang intellectual honesty. So kung ano yung sinabi, ano yung narinig mo, ano yung nabasa mo, ano yung na-observe mo, yun lang din ang i-release natin na data, that's truthfulness. That's intellectual honesty. Critical mind, you question. Hala, bakit? No, ganito daw yung lumabas, but why? Okay? Sige, again ha, when you question, kagaya ni student D, ano yung meron? Critical mind. Okay, next. Sige, number 4, people. Marco is always interested in asking questions. He is also very eager to find the answers to his questions. What scientific attitude is he displaying? Okay, ayan na. Ang mga clue natin dito, always interested in asking questions. Ano pa? Very eager to find the answers. So, ibig sabihin, pag may nakikita siya na something parang new sa kanya, something that would catch his eyes, no? That caught his eye, something like that. So, ang gagawin kaagad ni Marco is to ask, why is the sky red? Bakit straight ang buhok mo? Bakit yung ate mo kulot? Bakit ikaw maganda? Bakit siya hindi? Ano pa ba? Why is the sky blue? Bakit yung roses red? No, parang may mga ganyan. Lagi siya nagtatanong. Obviously, that is, diretso tayo sa sagot kasi very obvious ito. That is curiosity. Okay, meron ka pong curiosity. Lagi ka na lang nagtatanong. Iba si critical mind sa curiosity. Kasi si critical mind, may ipinakita na ako sa'yo, ini-explain ko na sa'yo yung bagay, pero magbibigay ka ng another question. Pero si curiosity naman, you're amazed or may nakita kang something interesting and then itatanong mo, why? Bakit ganyan? Bakit ganito? Bakit hindi ganyan? Okay? You dig into the whys. Yun yung curiosity. Kuha ba? So again ha, if you ask question, you are eager to find answers, curious ka po. Curiosity. Next. Monica respects the ideas of her colleagues, even if they are very much contrary to her own beliefs. What important scientific attitude is seen in her actions? Okay, ano yung clue? Respects the ideas, ano pa? Even if contrary to her own beliefs. So, ito, naulit na ha, sinabi ko ito kanina. Kapag may pinaniniwalaan ka, pero hindi kayo same ng belief ng another person, ano yung gagawin mo? You would parang, okay, sige, yan yung gusto mo, yan yung point of view mo. So, tatanggapin ko yan, hindi kita pipilitin sa sarili kong belief. We have different beliefs. So, parang, you respect the idea. You welcome the idea of other people. Ano yan siya, guys? Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na honesty yan. Okay? Napakalayo po ng honesty. Acceptance, napakababaw din naman. So ano kaya ito? Absence of prejudice or open-mindedness? Ang correct answer is open-mindedness. Again, paano po para magkaroon ng open mind? You listen to others, you respect their idea, you accept criticism, okay? And you just let them na i-advocate yung kanilang belief even if it contradicts your own beliefs. Okay, yan po yung open-mindedness. Again ha, ulitin natin. Ano yung clue para malaman ninyo na open-minded yan? Respect the ideas even if contrary to our own beliefs. Okay, next. Carlito weighs evidences dutifully, making any conclusions and decisions. He dissects the information individually before coming to a final conclusion. What scientific attitude is he displaying? Okay, ano yung clues natin dito? Dissects the information individually. So, iniisa-isa niya talaga, bakit ganito yung lumabas sa experiment? Ano pa? May hindi na highlight. Weighs evidences dutifully. Yan. Clue din yan siya, people. So, ngayon, saan kaya dito ang very correct? First, guys, huwag nyo na pong isagot si precision at saka si accuracy. Kasi, itong precision and accuracy na yan, related yan sa mga measurement. So, halimbawa, pag sinabi ko na itong tumbler na to, dapat yung length niya 5 meters, halimbawa, so kailangan magme-measure tayo 5 meters talaga. Pag hindi, so i-discard mo yan. Yan yung precision and accuracy. So dito lang talaga tayo magkakatalo sa carefulness at saka rationality. So saan kaya dito ang pinaka-correct? The correct answer is, yes, tama no, yung mga sagot natin dyan. The correct answer is rationality. Kasi si rationality, meaning, you analyze, you think logically, you give a careful and thoughtful approach to decision making. So meaning guys, pag rational-minded ka, critical-minded ka rin. Okay? So para mas mapadali ang buhay, kung yung ating truthfulness, same siya sa intellectual honesty, itong ating rationality naman, same siya sa critical-mindedness. Kuha ba? So kapag ganito, may mga lumabas na ganyan, no? May mga evidence daw. Tapos dinadissect mo pa. Kine-question mo pa yung mga pinipresent sa iyo na opinion, meaning you are a rational person. Ano pa? You have a critical mind. Okay? Again ha, pag dissect information individually, weigh evidence dutifully, you ask, no, you look for evidence, that's rationality. Or kung wala, pwede ding critical mindedness. Okay, next. While performing an experiment, Miko, okay. Mahina ba? Mahina daw ang boses ko, guys. Paano daw? Pa-react daw ako, be? Sa iba, mahina din ba yung boses ko for other peeps? May nagtanong ilang items lang daw tayo. Less than 300. Less than 150. Please inform me kung mahina ba talaga boses ko or sa end lang yun ni Ma'am Noreen. No daw. May nagsabi naman na yes. Ano ba kaya ito? Guys, try to manipulate your volume kasi parang naka-full na itong akin dito. Okay. Sige. So, may mga nagsabing hindi naman daw. Baka sa inyong end yan. Anyway, try ko ilapit yung aking laptop. Ayan. Okay, sige. Balik tayo. Number 7. While performing an experiment, Miko expresses his opinions and tries new ideas even at the risk of failure or criticism. And what scientific trait is displayed in this situation? Ano yung clue natin dito? Expresses opinion and tries new ideas even at the risk of failure or criticism. Guys, ibig sabihin, hindi takot itong si Miko. Sana all hindi takot, no? So kapag ganyan, huwag niyo namang isagot si curiosity. Masyadong malayo po. Kasi pag curious ka, ano nga yun, di ba? Pag curious ka, ano yun? Pag curious tayo, kailangan marami tayong tanong. No? You dig into the whys. Hindi rin pwede yung absence of ambiguity. Kasi pag sinabi nating ambiguous, yun yung parang leading to confusion. Oo, so kung absence of ambiguity, so parang hindi naman siya related dito kay Miko, 'di ba? Siguro sa test making, pwede pa 'yan. Ngayon, dito tayo, B or C, risk taking or diligence. Saan ba dito people ang mas correct? Lagi daw siyang nagtatanong, pero hindi din siya takot, no? Expresses his opinions and tries new ideas even at the risk. Ayan. Yung pinaka-clue ay even at the risk. So, walang takot. Hindi siya takot makriticize. Then that is risk-taking. Okay? So, ibig sabihin guys, kapag ikaw po ay risk-taker, hindi ka takot even if alam mo na there's a possibility for you to fail. Ganyan yan siya. Or, hindi ka takot na what if ipopost ko ito tapos nabash ako, no? So walang ganyang fear. Hindi ka takot mabash, wala kang pakialam sa sasabihin ng iba. As long as you express what you want to express, that's risk taking. You grab the opportunity regardless of the what ifs. So that is also risk taking. Okay? Again ha, even at the risk. Yan yung clue. Even at the risk of failure or criticism. Ano yan? Risk-taking. Okay, next. Paul admits that he is not free from committing errors. He recognizes that there may be better ideas and realizes that there are individuals whom he may have to consult to arrive at correct observations and conclusions. What scientific trait is he displaying? Oh, ano yung clue natin dito? Not free from committing errors. Ano pa? There are individuals whom he may have to consult. So, ibig sabihin, napakabait nitong Paul na ito, no? Hindi siya yung person na parang mapagmataas or mataas yung tingin niya sa sarili niya. So, saan kaya dito ngayon related yan? Diretso tayo kasi alam ko very obvious na yan, guys. The correct answer is humility. Ibig sabihin, si Paul po is very humble. Alam ni Paul na meron pang other people who do better than him, who's able of creating or generating better ideas compared to his ideas. Okay? So, ganyan. So, again, ano yung clue ng humility? Una, admits that he is not free from committing errors. Na tao lang din siya nagkakamali. Hindi kagaya ng iba na, ay, magna ako, suma ako, I am, no? I am what I am. Ako yung pinakamatalino. Okay? Kung ano yung sinabi ko, yan na dapat ang ipa-follow ninyo. Kapag ganyan, walang humility yan. Pero pag may humility ka, you need to respect, you need to accept na may iba pang tao na mas nakakaalam niyan compared sa iyo. Hindi ikaw ang may final say. Hindi lang ikaw ang may say. Hindi lang ikaw ang matalino. Okay? So, ganyan. Again, ano yung clue ng humility? Free, not free from committing errors. Pwede kang magkamali din. And pangalawang clue natin dyan, he may have to consult others. Oo. So, pwede kang lumapit sa iba. No? Magpa-advise ka din naman. Huwag kang magpakakampante sa buhay mo. Okay, next. While performing research for a pharmaceutical company, Melanie gave a truthful report of observations. She did not withhold important information just to please herself or her company. What scientific attitude did she display? Anong clue? Una po, truthful report of observations. Ano pa? Did not withhold important information. So, ito, kung naintindihan nyo yung mga nirasyo natin kanina, guys, pinaka-correct answer natin dito is yung truthfulness talaga kaagad. Yun yung pinakamalapit. However, wala man dito. No, walang truthfulness sa options. So, ano ang pwede nating isagot pag wala si truthfulness? Again, ano yon? We need to choose intellectual honesty. Balik tayo. Truthfulness, connected siya, directly connected. Kanino? Sa ano? Sa intellectual honesty. So, kung i-base natin sa STEM people, very clear na po yan. Kasi sabi niya, truthful report of observations. So, ano yung nakita ko, yun lang din yung sasabihin ko. Walang dinagdag, walang ibinawas. Hindi kagaya ng mga chismis, ng mga marites natin, ng mga kaibigan, di ba? Sa legit na statement, ang sabi lang, galit siya sa'yo. Pero yung storya, yung chika na nakarating sa'yo, may nadagdag na. Nagalit siya sa'yo, gusto kanyang sapakin. Ayan, so may mga additional. Pero kapag, kung ano yung narinig, yun lang yung sasabihin. Kung ano yung nakita, yun lang yung i-report. Intellectual honesty or truthfulness. Okay, next. Ay, gabi naman ang hugot ni Ma'am Caballes. Intellectual honesty na absent sa mga lalaki. Ayan, boys. No? Hindi pa tayo nangangalahati. Tinira na kayo dito sa ating comment section. Bakit man ganyan? Ma'am, ano yung ano natin? Ha? May mabigat ba sa'yo? Sige, pag-usapan natin yan mamaya sa ano, ha? Mamaya sa, tawag yan, sa break. Okay, let's proceed na muna. Chona actively participates in a task and also dutifully performs tasks assigned to her. What scientific attitude is shown in this situation? Okay, ang clue, si Chona nagpa-participate daw sa task. And ano pa? Dutifully performs tasks assigned to her. So, sana all, no? Sana all, Chona. Ikaw, pag may iniutos sa'yo, ginagawa mo ba kaagad? Yung mga kagrupo mo sa thesis, ganito din ba? So, ngayon malalaman natin ano ba ang meron kay Chona. People, do not answer camaraderie. Kasi yung camaraderie, parang, tawag niyan, you're building rapport, building relationship with other people. Hindi naman pinapakita dyan, di ba? We also cannot say na ang isasagot natin is being a team player. Bakit hindi pwede yung team player? Kasi may additional clue tayo. Aside sa nagpa-participate siya, able din daw siya mag-perform. So, ibig sabihin, ginagawa niya talaga kung ano yung trabaho niya with integrity. Kahit minimal supervision. So, ibig sabihin, ito pala si Chona is very responsible individual. Ayan, no? So, meron siyang responsibility. Hindi kagaya mo. Hindi kagaya ng ex mo. Oh, sorry. Okay, balik tayo. Dito tayo, ano? Huwag tayong manakit ng mga puso. Basta tandaan, kapag responsible, ano daw yon? Anong clue natin sa responsibility? Participates in a task, and ano pa? Dutifully performs tasks assigned to him or her. Or, para mas madali ang buhay, meron siyang sariling drive to do or to perform, to finish, whatever it is na pinapagawa sa kanya. That is responsibility. Okay, sige, next. Sana kayo din, no? Kahit nasa holiday season tayo, I hope responsible din kayo na tinatapos nyo ngayon kung ano yung mga dapat nyong tapusin. Hindi yung gumagawa tayo ng study, ano yun? Study table. Ay, hindi study table. Timetable, no? Gumagawa tayo ng timetable, ng schedule, pero hindi mo naman na-follow, iha. No? So, kailangan responsible tayo. Okay? Sige. Mag-ano na, mag-reflect na dyan. Hello? Masakit na ba, Ricardo? Sige, balik na tayo. Fernan always seeks to think outside the box. He always aims to generate new original ideas. What scientific attitude is he displaying? Okay, so si Fernan, lagi daw siyang nag-iisip, no, ng something na original. Okay, generate new original ideas. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya yung parang traditional lang na kung ano, kunyari, sasabihin ko gumawa ka ng star lang din kaagad yung gagawin niya. But ito si Fernan, oozing with ideas. Siya na very original, very innovative, no? May mga ganyan. So kapag yan yung mga clues natin, outside the box, generate new, original. Huwag mo namang isagot ang absence of prejudice. Huwag mo ding isagot ang indifference kasi napakalayo po. But, ang pinakamalapit is inventiveness. Ibig sabihin, ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng inventiveness? Para mas maintindihan, you have the ability to think creatively. Okay? Tandaan ha, pag nabasa nyo kasi itong phrase, guys, itong phrase na think outside the box, creativity yan. So, maghanap na tayo kaagad. Ano ba ang synonym? Sorry. Ano ba synonyms? Or yung parang malapit, no? Malapit sa creativity. Among the options, inventiveness po. Okay? Tandaan, pag outside the box, generate new original ideas, that's inventiveness or creativity. Okay. Or pwede din innovative. Sige, next. Adolfo does not allow his feelings and biases to influence his recording observations, interpretation of data, and formulation of conclusions. What scientific attitude is reflected in his actions? Okay, ang clue dito, does not allow his feelings and biases to influence. Ibig sabihin, ginagawa ni Adolfo ang lahat para mapanatili tawag niya, mapanatiling ginagawa ni Adolfo ang lahat para mapanatiling safe. Okay, that's the word. Safe yung kanyang mga result. Okay, hindi niya babaguhin. Dapat ligtas ito sa kanyang sariling opinion, safe from his own feelings. Ayan, no? So, sinishield niya yung kanya talagang data. Ngayon, kapag ganyan people, obviously, out na kaagad ang concern for environment. Wala namang na-mention sa STEM, no? Na nag-tree planting ito si Adolfo. So wala, hindi natin pwedeng isagot yan. Huwag mo din isasagot si rationality kasi hindi naman naka-mention sa ating STEM na ito si Adolfo ay nagtatanong, ay, bakit ito yung conclusion? No? Bakit hindi yun? Bakit ganito ang lumabas? It's not stated in the statement or in the STEM. So, hindi natin pwedeng lagyan or piliin si rationality. Ngayon, dalawa na lang yung pagpipilian natin. Absence of bias or objectivity. Saan ba sa dalawa ang mas proper? Ang mas proper po, ang mas correct na isagot natin is si objectivity. Okay, tandaan ha, kapag ikaw naka-base ka lang talaga solely on evidence, ano pa, you make sure na safe ang mga observations, ang mga conclusion from your own feelings, safe from your biases, no? Walang mga manipulative thoughts. Okay, walang mga manipulative actions. So yan po ang objectivity. Again, ano daw po, does not allow his feelings to influence. Kaya mong iset aside ang iyong nararamdaman. That is being objective. Now, you are being civil. Char. Okay, sige, next. Again, ano yon? Objectivity. Dennis bases suggestions and conclusions on evidences. When in doubt, questions the veracity of a statement in relation to the evidences presented. What scientific attitude is seen in his actions? Okay, ano yung mga clues natin dito? Based on evidence. Ano pa? When in doubt, questions the veracity. Guys, may nakalagay dito, question. Evidence. O sige daw, be. Kung nakinig talaga kayo kanina, kapag may mga questioning of evidence, oo. Pag hindi mo kaagad tatanggapin, but you try to ask first, you try to scrutinize, bakit ito yung lumabas? Anong tawag natin dyan? Pwede yung rational, di ba? Pero walang rationality dito. Ano ba ang alternative na isagot? The answer is critical mindedness. Okay? Balik tayo. Ano yung clues? Questions. Okay? Questions the statement, questions the evidence, and also yung evidence din na word. Okay? Based ka on evidence, but also you try to question the veracity or the accuracy. Yun yung point. You question the accuracy of a specific statement. Okay? Again, questions, evidence, critical mindedness. Next. Jose believes that everything that happens in this world has a cause or reason. What scientific attitude is seen in his actions? Okay, so ang clue natin dito, people, everything that happens has a cause or reason. Ibig sabihin po, ito yung mga tao na kapag halimbawa nadapa, naiwanan ng bus, hiniwalayan, ibinagsak, or hindi pala ibinagsak, lumagpak, no? Lumagpak lang talaga siya sa isang subject niya nung college, ang isasagot niya kaagad, there's a purpose for everything. May rason bakit siya nangyari. So kapag ganyan, saan ba? Somehow, no, parang enlightened ka kapag ganyan. Kapag kaya mong sabihin yan, you're enlightened. So bakit ka magiging enlightened type of person? Ibig sabihin, ikaw ay merong firm set of beliefs. Okay? So ano yung clue natin para sa firm set of beliefs? Pag nandyan po yung has a cause or reason. So in layman's term, ito yung mga panahon na sinasabi mo sa sarili mo, there's a reason for everything. Merong purpose si Lord. Bakit yan nangyari? Okay? Sige, again, ano daw kapag ganyan yung parang tone or yan yung clues na naglagay, clues na lumabas sa ating statement, sa ating stem, ang isasagot, firm set of beliefs. Okay, next. Pepita believes that God is the ultimate source of all wisdom. She upholds that it is through God's grace that she is able to discover the mysteries of God's creations. What scientific attitude is she displaying? People, ang clue natin dyan, alam niyo anong clues? Yung mga word dyan na God. Okay? God is the ultimate source. It is through God's grace, God's creation. So, lagi mong na-attribute kay God. Lagi mong nako-connect. Diba? Parang kayo, magtatop by God's grace. Papasa by God's grace. So, may mga ganyan always. Kapag andyan po yung phrase na yan, by God's grace, it's because of God, God alone. So, ang isasagot natin is faith in God. Okay, sige po, faith in God. Again, ma'am, ano daw, paano pipiliin si faith in God? Pag nandyan din naman po sa STEM, yung clues na through God's grace, God is the ultimate source, God's creation, kapag nandyan si God. That is related sa ano yung sagot? Faith in God. Okay? Sige, next. Oy, nasakitan di ay ni si Rick, no? Bakit Rick? Ano nangyari sa iyo, Rick? May purpose daw pala ang lahat bakit nasaktan ito si Rick. Ha, nganong magpa-raffle naman ta diri Rasol? Ngano man eh. Unsa naman in tawon ni diri? Nganong magpa-raffle naman ko? Man eh, sa letrang A. Ako ra siya. Ana? Siya. Okay, sige, balik tayo. Alice does not allow her judgment to be influenced by, I don't mean to raffle, no, binggong nito kung giingon. Kasi balik na tayo, sorry. Alice does not allow her judgment to be influenced by her likes or dislikes. What scientific attitude is seen in her actions? Oh, sige, clue natin dito, people. Ano yan? Nandyan na naman yung does not allow her judgment to be influenced. Okay. Pag does not allow to be influenced, ano yung sinagot natin kanina? Objectivity. Pero wala si objectivity. So, wag na nating ipilit. Baka mamaya, lalapit ka sa proctor, ma'am, bakit walang objectivity? Sabi kasi ni Ma'am Leslie, objectivity kapag ganito. So, dahil walang objectivity, doon tayo sa malapit sa objectivity. Ano yan, guys? Absence of bias. Okay, tandaan ha. Balikan natin. Tandaan. Pag does not allow her judgment to influence. Okay. Does not allow the opinion to influence. Yan po ay objectivity. Pag wala naman si objectivity, pwede tayo dito sa absence of bias. Hindi pwedeng isagot si prejudice. Kasi si prejudice po is negative yan siya. It's a negative attitude or negative opinion towards a certain person, a certain group, a certain tawag niyan, certain group of people, ganyan, no? So, prejudice yan siya. Sige, next. Pero kapag ganito, baka malito, does not allow judgment to influence, absence of bias or objectivity. Next. Nag-dinner na ba kayo, guys? Wala. We listen and we don't judge. Ano ito? Sige, we listen and we don't judge. FB Live Ratio Edition. Charot. Doon sa malapit, kaya pinalitan sa malapit. Ay, wag hanapin ang wala. Alam mo, Pepito, ramdam kita. Masakit yan. Galing na ako dyan. Sige. Wala pa daw nag-dinner ang uban. Sige lang, don't worry. May break naman tayo after an hour. Miguel only creates inventions that respect and help conserve natural resources, is an advocate against pollution and illegal logging. What scientific attitude is seen in his actions? Ano yung clue dito, people? Respect and help conserve. Ayan ha, so may action siyang ginagawa. Respect and help conserve. Ano pa? Advocate din daw siya. So, ano kaya ngayon ang scientific attitude ni Miguel? We cannot say na meron siyang belief in evolution, no? Hindi naman kasi, pag belief in evolution, dapat nasabi dyan kung saan galing ang itong mga puno, they came from this and that, pero hindi kasi nakastate. So, wag mong isasagot si belief in evolution. Hindi din po pwede si conservatism, no? Hindi yan connected. So, is it concern for the environment? Or is it love for nature? Tandaan, ano yung clues natin kanina? Respect and help conserve. So may ginagawa talaga siya. Hindi lang yung parang feelings lang. Kaya hindi din po pwede si love for nature. The correct answer here is concern for the environment. Again, bakit concern for the environment, ma'am? Kasi meron siyang pinakita talaga na actions. Kung love for nature lang kasi, love for nature, if i-compare natin siya sa concern for environment, itong love, pwede naman kasing, okay, you care for the environment, pero hindi ganun kalakas yung push para you make a stand. Iba yun siya. But if you really have the concern for environment, no, pag concern, ginamit yung word na concern, you are really driven to protect the environment against any forces that could further damage it. So, yan yung concern. Ito yung tinatawag natin na environmental attitudes. Ang love kasi, hindi yan siya attitude. It's a feeling. Okay? So, hindi enough na love lang. Pasensya naman. Okay, again, ano daw? Pag respect and conserve, advocate, that's concern for environment. Next. Nicholas Copernicus believed that the church was wrong about the sun revolving around the earth. Advancing his theory that the earth revolved around the sun eventually cost him his life. What scientific attitude is seen in his actions? Okay, alam nyo naman, di ba, ito si Nicholas Copernicus, siya yung nag-establish na hindi pala earth ang hindi earth yung nasa center. Okay? But rather, sun po. So, ibig sabihin, yung earth yung nagre-revolve around the sun. Yan yung thought na in-establish ni Nicholas Copernicus. So, ngayon, prior sa thought or prior sa theory ni Nicholas Copernicus, yung mga tao, meron na silang already, meron na silang belief that's already established. And that was yung tinatawag nilang geocentrism. Ito yon, that the sun is revolving around the earth. Tapos, yung mga tao before kasi guys, kung ano yung nauna, yun yung papaniwalaan nila. And lalo na si Aristotle, nag-adhere din sa thought na yan. So, nung nagsimula ang pag-establish ni Nicholas Copernicus sa kanyang theory, people began to question yung pre-established theory na hinahawakan nila ng mga ancient Greeks. So kapag ganyan, ano kaya ang tawag natin dyan? No, may sinabi ka which led na yung ibang tao would also question. Tapos magwa-wonder na sila ngayon, ano ba talaga ang totoo? Causing them to further investigate. And wala na yung blind obedience sa kanila. So parang nagkaroon ng clamor. No, nagkaroon ngayon ng parang pag-aaway, pero mental battle yung nangyari. So, syempre, that is related to battle, mental battle. Ano yan siya? Revolution. Revolutionary. Okay, tandaan ha, kapag si Nicholas Copernicus po, revolutionary ang nangyari doon. Kasi, bakit? Bakit po revolutionary? Kasi naman po, nag-lead yun siya na yung other people would question, other people would start to look for evidences to further study, ano ba talaga ang totoo? Okay? Hindi na po sila blindly, they are no longer blindly obeying sa mga pre-established theories ng ancient Greeks. Hindi na lang sila basta-bastang naniniwala. So kapag ganyan, ang tawag dyan, revolutionary. Okay, next. If two variables, x and y, are directly related, which of these is not true? So pag sinabi guys, ang clue dyan, directly related. Pag sinabi nating directly related or direct proportion, people, yan po yung kapag ang isa go up, no? Mag-go up siya. If one variable goes up, the other variable would also follow. Or, kapag bababa naman, if it goes down, the remaining variable will also go down. So, sabay sila sa lahat ng bagay. Again, ano yung tawag dyan? Direct relationship, direct proportion. Pero, ang hinahanap, not true. So, ang hahanapin natin, yung hindi nagpa-follow sa principle na ito. Again ha, when one goes up, the other goes up as well. When one goes down, the other also goes down. So, saan kaya dito ang opposed dyan, guys? Ang opposed dito is letter C. When X increases, Y decreases. Okay, again, bakit? Kasi kapag ganito, X increases, meaning yung isa, paakyat, Y decreases, pababa naman yung isa, ang tawag natin dyan, indirect relationship. Or, pag wala yung indirect, inverse. Opo, so ganyan. Ganyan yung inverse relationship. X increases, Y decreases. Pero pag direct relationship, directly related, tama po ang A. X increases, Y also increases. Tama din ang B. Y is associated with X. Tama din ang D. When X is low, Y is also low. Pero pag X increases, Y decreases, ito yan siya. Inverse or indirect. Okay, sige. Next. Read the following, then answer the questions number 20 to 22. Beda wants to find out if different types of wood soak up the same amount of water when wet. She plans to do the following. First, weigh a dry block of each type of wood. Second, put each block into a container full of water. Third, leave the wood in the water. Fourth, take the wood out, dry the outside of each block, and reweigh. Fifth, calculate the amount of water soaked up. So itong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 procedures ito guys na gagawin ni Beda. Sige, let's now proceed to the questions. To be a fair test, what variables should she control? Pag sinabi natin people na control, yung variable na i-control mo, ang ibig sabihin niyan, hindi siya pwedeng mag-change. Hindi siya dapat magbago. Okay, since napag-usapan na natin itong experiment, let's discuss muna. Let me insert it. Let's discuss ano ba yung mga important terms sa controlled experiment. Under controlled experiment, meron tayong tinatawag na IV or independent variable, may DV or the dependent variable, and control group, tapos ang pang-apat is experimental group. Okay, let us further explain. Pag sinabi natin guys na independent variable, ibig sabihin ito yung binabago natin. And again, ang kanyang term, other term is manipulated variable siya. Ibig sabihin po, most of the time, itong independent variable, hindi talaga siya yung normal na kasali sa situation or kasali sa scenario, pero curious ka, ano kaya ang mangyayari pag nilagyan ko ng ganito? So yung nilagay mo, yun yung independent variable kasi siya yung binabago mo. Okay? Si dependent variable naman, ito yung variable that is observed and changes. So, ang tawag minsan sa dependent variable is responding variable. So, kung may independent, halimbawa, normally, hindi ka nagtutoothbrush ng detergent powder. Tama ba? Yeah, that's the normal situation. Pero, sinubukan mo ngayong mag-toothbrush ng detergent powder. Kasi curious ka anong mangyayari. Yung detergent powder, yun yung binago mo. Kasi normally toothpaste, di ba? Tapos ginawa mong detergent powder. So, ibig sabihin yung detergent powder, yan yung independent variable. Ang magiging result ngayon, ano ba, pumuti ba yung ngipin mo? Nag-bleed ba ang gums mo? Yung naging result doon sa pagbabagong nangyari, yun yung dependent variable. Kuha natin. So, ano yung control group? Ano yung experimental group? Si control group naman guys, sila yung walang pagbabagong magaganap. Okay? Exposed to the same conditions. Ang experimental group, sila naman yung lalagyan mo ng panibago na item or panibago na tawag niyan. Basta may babaguhin ka dyan. Okay, balikan natin yung example. Hindi ka na usually nagtutoothbrush, di ba, na gamit ang detergent powder. So, meron kang kinuha na student na ang itutoothbrush niya is toothpaste lang. As is, normal. Yan yung control group. Pero dito sa kabilang student, ang pinatoothbrush mo sa kanya is yung detergent powder. So yung detergent powder, di ba something new yun siya? Binago mo. Sila yung tatawagin mo ngayon na experimental group. Kasi curious ka, ano kaya ang maglalabas na result dito sa kanila na hindi ma-observe dito sa control group? Kuha ba? So pag sinabi natin, again, na control group, walang pagbabago. Hindi mo dapat siya baguhin. Iko-control. Kaya nga word na control, di ba? So, dapat maintain siya sa natural. Walang kaibahan na mangyari. Sige, so balik tayo ngayon. To be a fair test. Agoy, di daw makarelate si Pedrero kaya di man kapag brush. Ala, naunsa naman tani. Nice ang aking example, di ba? Makaka-relate yung mga nagtutoothbrush. Okay, so to be a fair test, what variables should she control? Alin daw doon yung dapat i-control ni Beda? Again, ano yung experiment ni Beda? About sa different types of wood if they will soak up the same amount of water when wet. So dapat, ano yung dapat hindi nagbabago? Siyempre, kailangan same lang ang size of each block, and yung time na nakalublob siya sa water. So ano yan? That is 1 and 2. Dapat lahat ng types of wood, pare-pareha yung gagamitin, no? Yung size, same sukat lang. Kasi pwede naman na kung maliit yung isang block, tapos yung isa malaki, walang comparison. Obviously, mas maraming ma-absorb na water itong maliit na block, 'di ba? Kasi hindi sila, kapag ganyan lang siya kaliit, mas madali siyang mapuno ng water compared sa ganito kalaking block. So dapat pantay lang po, controlled dapat yung size. Time left in water, kung ito nilagay mo ng 5 minutes, tapos ito nilagay mo ng 3 minutes, so unfair siya. Kaya dapat yung time nakakontrol din. So again, dito sa experiment ni Beda, ang controlled should be size and time. That is 1 and 2. Sige, next. Okay, next. In this experiment, what is the dependent variable? Okay, again, ano yung dependent variable? Sa na-mention natin kanina, ito yung mini-measure or yung na-observe. In short, ito yung parang lumalabas na result, guys. Responding variable, dependent variable. So ano kaya dito yung hinahanap ni Beda na result? Siyempre, ang hinahanap niya is yung amount of water soaked up. Okay? Oh, bakit nag-aaway ang mga tao dito, ha? Ano ba yan? Ano yan? Anong mga pag-aaway na nangyayari? Anong commotion? Huwag mag-away-away, people. Spread love lang po. Mm. Okay. So, about sa comments pala. Okay, okay. Sige. Wag na lang mag-ano, kung may mga bashing or something ganyan, wag niyo na lang i-ano yan, i-comment. I-PM niyo na lang sa gusto yung i-bash. Ha? Sige. Balik tayo. Again, ano yung dependent variable? Yung mga nagme-measure, yung ino-observe. So, yung sa experiment ni Beda, obviously, ang dependent variable doon is the amount of water na soaked up or yung na-absorb ng kahoy. Okay? Sige, next. What is the independent variable? Again, ano yung independent? Ito yung minamanipulate. Ito yung chini-change natin. So ano kaya ang mga binabago-bago ngayon ni Beda? Saan kaya dyan? Siyempre, di ba, nasagot na natin kanina na itong time controlled yan dapat. Hindi yan pwedeng baguhin. Pag sinabing independent, yan yung binabago, chini-change. So hindi nakasali ang time. Hindi din pwede ang amount of water soaked up kasi ito yung tinatawag natin na dependent variable. Yan yung sagot sa previous question. So is it A or is it B? Ano kaya ang mas tama dito na sagot, guys? Mas tamang isagot po ang letter A, the type of wood used. Kailangan baguhin mo yung mga uri ng kahoy. Pwede kang gumamit ng sa experiment setup number 1, Gemelina. Experiment setup number 2, Acacia. No, iba-ibang kahoy. Pero, dapat same sizes, same yung paglublob na oras, and ang babaguhin mo lang yung uri lang ng kahoy para may comparison na masasabi natin by the end of the experiment, si Gemelina pala, able siya na mas mag-absorb ng mas maraming water as compared to Acacia and Nara. Okay? So meron tayong maiko-compare. Okay, next. Read the following, then answer the questions 23 to 27. The class was asked to design an experiment to test. One group came up with this experimental design. For detergent, they got Tide, Surf, and Champion. For fish, they had tilapia fingerling, goldfish, and baby janitor fish contained in different sizes and shapes of bottles. To the tilapia fingerling, they put 1 tablespoon of Tide. To the goldfish, they put 1 tablespoon of Surf. And to the baby janitor fish, 1 tablespoon of Champion. Okay, sige, next. What is the control group? Again, ano yung sinabi ko kanina? Pag control group, kailangan hindi siya binabago. Yung sa experimental setup natin, sa bawat setup, dapat hindi yan siya nagbabago. Sige, balikan natin ang setup nila. Ano yung ginamit? Tilapia fingerling, they put 1 tablespoon of thyme. 1 setup na yan, guys. Second setup, goldfish. And ang nilagay, 1 tablespoon of surf. Tapos, third setup, baby janitor fish, 1 tablespoon of champion. So, may tatlong setup sila. Sa tatlong setup na yan, meron bang hindi nagbago? Sige, meron bang hindi nagbago? Mag-isip nga tayo. May control group ba dyan? May hindi ba nagbago? Or sa bawat setup ba iba-iba? 'Di ba? Sa bawat setup iba-iba. Sa first setup, tilapia na isda ang ginamit. Sa second, goldfish. Sa pangatlong setup, janitor fish. So yung isda, hindi natin masasabi na controlled. Ano pa? Yung detergent. Sa first setup, Tide ang ginamit. Sa second setup, Surf ang ginamit. Sa third setup, Champion ang ginamit. May control ba doon? Hindi din siya masasabing control kasi iba-ibang detergent ang ginagamit niya bawat setup. So, walang consistent na variable. Walang consistent variable. Ang consistent lang sa kanya, itong sukat lang na 1 tablespoon. Yun lang. Pero ang hinahanap kasi natin, control group. So, ibig sabihin, yung group na walang magbabago sa kanila. Pero, na-observe ba natin yan dito sa kanyang experiment? Hindi, di ba? Kaya ang sagot natin dyan is cannot be determined. Opo, hindi pwede. We cannot say na control ang A. Kasi lahat ng setup na ginawa nila, magkakaiba ang nilagay na variable. Wala pong normal doon. Kuha ba ninyo? Okay, sige, next. Guys, huwag kayong mag-away-away sa comment section. Kasi kung mag-aaway kayo sa comment section, hindi na kayo makaka-focus sa ating rationalization. No? Masasayang ang effort. Kung mag-away-away lang naman pala kayo, wag na lang mag-live. Anong sa live mang jud mag-away? Ay, nako. Okay, sige. Next, what is the experimental group? Okay, guys, ang sabi ngayon, experimental group naman. So, saan kaya dito ngayon ang masasabi natin na experimental group? 'Di ba? Ano ba yung experimental group? Pag sinabi experimental group, may babaguhin, 'di ba? May babaguhin. So ito, baby janitor fish with 1 tablespoon of champion. Experimental group ba yan? Yes, experimental group siya. How about si goldfish? Yes, experimental group din siya, guys. How about si tilapia? Experimental din. Actually, lahat sila experimental group. Bakit? Kasi po, sa setup na si baby janitor fish, normal ba na may champion talaga sa kanyang environment? Di ba hindi? So, experimental yan. Si goldfish, normal ba na may surf sa kanyang environment? Di ba hindi din? So, experimental din yan. Yung tilapia, normal ba na may tide sa kanyang nilalangoy-langoyan? Hindi din. Kaya, experimental din yan siya. So, in short, lahat po ng setup na ginawa nila are all experimental group. Okay? Sige, next. I hope nakuha ninyo. If confused pa kayo about sa experimental control, mag-leave ng question sa comment, ha? Para, comment section para masagot ko mamaya. Okay, what is the dependent variable? Again, ano yung dependent variable natin? Yan yung ino-observe. Yan yung hinahanap natin na result. Okay. So, ano yung mga important? Mayroon siyang isda, meron siyang detergent. So, obviously, kung may isda, may detergent, ano kaya ang result na gusto mong hanapin? Ano ba ang result na gusto ninyo, guys? Kailangan makita ang yes, effect of detergent on fish. So, yan po ang tinatawag na dependent variable. Kasi, kaya pala naglalagay ng mga detergent sa bawat setup, ang hinahanap pala is kung ano yung effect ng mga detergent sa growth ng bawat isda. So, may dependent variable siya. Ano yung independent variable na makonsider? Ang independent variable doon, yung detergent mismo, di ba? Ang dependent is yung effect ng detergent. Pero pag ang tanong, may control group ba? Wala. Kasi sa bawat setup, walang consistent na bago lahat. Okay? Sige. Next, number 26. Is there any defect in the experimental design? So, is there any defect? May mali ba guys sa kanyang setup? May mali ba? Of course, a big yes. Pero saan na yes? Is it B, C, or D? Ang mas tama po is letter B. Not only one, but several. Hindi lang isa yung mali niya, marami. Kasi sa tatlong setup, wala siyang specific na control group. Yun yung pinakamali niya, guys. Okay, sige, next. Again ha, ano yung defect? Meron ba daw defect? Yes, not only one, but several. Next. If you were to improve on the experimental design, what should you do? Kung babaguhin mo ngayon guys yung kanyang experiment, ano ba ang gagawin natin? Tama ba na mag-focus lang on one dependent variable at a time? Like example, the brand of detergent? Tama ba na kailangan isa lang na dapat independent ito? Isang independent variable lang yan? Yes po, tama yan siya. Dapat hindi pa iba-iba, no? Wag maraming detergent. Pwedeng iisang detergent lang. Ano pa? Tama ba na make use of the same type and size of fish? Actually, possible naman yan siya, no? Possible naman din na dapat isa lang. Pero i-compare natin. Increase the number of fish and reduce the number of detergent brand. Saan kaya dito ang mas tama? Di ba ang hinahanap natin, effect ng detergent. Effect ng detergent. So, alin kaya dito ang mas correct? Mas tama po na isagot si 1 and 3. Focus ka sa isang brand lang ng detergent muna and damihan mo yung isda para makita talaga natin kung meron ba talaga siyang effect sa mga isda na yan. Huwag niyong isabay-sabay. So, the answer is 1 and 3 ha. Huwag isabay-sabay na lahat ng detergent, lahat ng magkakaibang isda. Kailangan maraming isda, isa lang na detergent muna. Step by step. Okay, next. Printed on the label of a bottle of cough medicine is the following instruction. Store away from light below 30 degrees Celsius. What can you infer about the cough medicine? Guys, ang pinaka-clue natin dito, store away from light below 30 degrees Celsius. So kapag ang isang object, pinapalayo siya sa araw, merong specific temperature na dapat ma-achieve sa kanyang storage. So, ano pala ang reason natin dyan? Hindi enough ang it should be hidden away from children. Kasi hindi naman children ang nakalagay dito. Sabi dyan, store away from light. Hindi po children. So, mali yan, guys. It should be stored in the refrigerator. Hindi din automatic na yan kaagad ang isasagot. Kasi ang sabi lang naman, below 30 degrees. So kung 27 degree, which is a room temperature, okay lang. So hindi talaga needed ang refrigerator. Kasi pwede naman siya sa room temp na 27 degrees Celsius. So is it letter C or is it letter D? Ang correct answer po ay letter D. It is affected by heat and light. Kaya pala dapat natin siyang i-store away from light kasi affected siya. Pwede na pag nainitan, naarawan yan, mawawala na ang effectivity nung specific na gamot. Okay? So again ha, pag may nakalagay store away from light, below 30 degrees, meaning yan, it is affected by heat and light. Next, it is commonly observed that most respondents to survey questionnaire checklist just check the answer without really reading them. What conclusion can be derived from the common observation? Okay, so ang point dito guys, pag may survey questionnaire daw na checklist, ang ginagawa ng mga tao, they answer without reading. Answer without reading. So ano pala? Kung ikaw ngayon ay isa kang researcher, alam mo na kapag may checklist, hindi nila binabasa yan. Check lang kaagad sila. Bahala ka na mag-interpret. 'Di ba? So ano ngayon ang pwede nating ma-infer dyan na observation or na ma-infer natin dyan na result? Napakalayo naman ng good survey questionnaires are not easy to make. And hindi din pwede guys ang letter C. Researchers resort to questionnaire checklist for data gathering because it is easiest. Bakit? Kasi nga 'di ba, hindi mo pwedeng i-tolerate ang paggamit ng checklist kasi sinasagutan siya na hindi binabasa. So parang magkakaroon ngayon ng problem sa ano? Sa reliability. So in short, ang pwede nating observation dyan is letter A. Data gathered by the way of questionnaire checklists are not very reliable. So, hindi po reliable ang paggamit ng checklist. Again ha, tandaan, pag lumabas ito, answer without really reading them. Ang maki-question dyan, ito is reliability. Kaya ang masasabi natin, questionnaire checklists are not very reliable. Okay, last question before our break. Teacher M showed the class the potted plants placed on the windowsill. She asked them to observe the direction of their growth. The pupils observed that the plants tended to grow outward. Then, Teacher M asked the class this question. Why do you think they tended to grow outward? Okay, tandaan ha. May question that why do you think they tended to grow outward? So what was Teacher M engaging the pupils to do? Ano yung sabi ni teacher kanina? Ano yung sabi ni teacher? Balikan natin. Why do you think they tended to grow outward? So may why. Ibig sabihin, ang gusto ni Teacher M, gumawa ng explanation. Possible explanation yung mga bata. So kapag ganyan, ang gusto ni Teacher M, the students or the pupils will learn to hindi pwede ang conclusion kasi wala naman silang experiment na ginawa talaga. No? Hindi pa naman talaga siya yung final result. Pina-observe pa lang ang mga bata. So ano yung kailangan natin na isagot dito? Ano yung tama? Letter A. Hypothesis pa lang. Pina-observe mo pa lang kasi. So naghahanap ka pa lang ng educated guess. Possible answer. Yan yung formulate a hypothesis. Okay, sige. So ngayon, break na muna tayo. Sa previous batch kasi, may mga Muslim sisters tayo na magpa-pray daw during break. So sa inyo, baka meron din. So I will give you 10-minute break as well para makapag-pray muna. Please be back by 7:21. Okay? 7:21. 10-minute break. Tapos, dire-diretso na yan mamaya. Okay? Sige. In the meantime, sasagutan ko muna ang mga questions. Wag, wapa day ko. Sige, salamat Apoluna. Murag nibalik na lagi ni si Apoluna, murag nag-review na katong ni aging kuan Saturday. Ni join na yata kato. Or lahi to nga. Yeah, ganyan talaga dapat Angelo, no? Mag-inform daan before ang break. 'Di ba? Ayaw tong break diretsyo kay makuratan pud ta di ta prepared. At least may man lang nga break na ta ha or unsa ba last na nato ni nga meal together. Charot. Guys, may question kanina yung about the sa experimental group. B, C, and D, lahat yun sila possible answers. Sir Mark, regarding po sa video, I think ang policy talaga ng FTRC owners is i-delete siya immediately kasi may mga issues tayo with leakage. No? So, ayan po. Ang Zumba, Sir Ibrahim, kayo na mag-shake-shake on your own dyan. Kasi alam ko naman na kapag nagbe-break tayo, wala akong assurance na sasayaw din kayo, di ba? Tapos alam ko yung iba, mas gusto nila, preferred nila na pag break talaga para makapagpahinga. So, itong break, kung gusto nyo mag-shake-shake, pwede kayo mag-shake-shake dyan sa inyong mga bahay. kana. Diha ka daog, Ricardo. 5 points. Para maka-prepare. Bitaw, correct. Uy, dapat mananghid. Grabe po, mura man tag wala gipad akong tarong sa itong mga mama. Ano. Nga nung ginapangitaan po og raffle. Oo, yes, yes. Ang number 24, we cannot determine the experimental group kasi lahat sila experimental group. No? So, yan yung point ba? I'm sorry, si Justin nagtanong kasi siya kung letter A ba yung isasagot. Though, mahirap siyang i-pinpoint saan yung correct answer, pero do not be tempted to answer letter A. Kasi again, lahat yun sila, B, C, and D, experimental group sila lahat na makonsider. So, si B, C, and D, B, C, and D po, possible answers yan sila lahat. Do not be tempted. Though, no, mahirap i-determine, saan ba talaga ang one correct answer dito, ma'am? Wala siyang one correct answer, guys. Do not answer letter A. Kasi by the book or by context, si B, C, and D, experimental yun lahat. Bakit siya experimental? Kasi may binago tayo sa lahat ng setup na yun. Opo. So B, C, and D are all considered possible answers. Shout out, John Elton Ponce. Oh, yes, Michelle. Nga naman eh. Ano man siya, ma'am? So, ma-reply lang pag ko, Michelle? Nga nung na, kasi nagpauso anang raffle-raffle ninyo, ha? Kaya akong tukon. Go, Kirsten. Power nap. Oy, Usman. Sir Nur Hamid Usman. Shout out daw kay birthday niya, guys. Happy birthday!